too much.
Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is April 16, Saturday, 2022. So, as we know, every single day, Mr. Perry threatens to take my house. I'm gonna, be homeless or lie for her. We gotta get her kicked out of her house so she thinks she has no choice but to go back to Texas and lie for us. And that is a threat, Mr. Perry. That is illegal. That is not how you get people to like you. You do have everybody all pissed off. But I'm not going to put this video out right now, so this is right now just for Philip and Mallory. But he's also, my guys tell me there's not a day that goes by since that August 19, 2019, when he said it's not legit, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. Who the fuck do you think you are, stalker? I moved twice to get away from you. Why can't you just leave everybody alone and, get a life? So, they said there's not one day that goes by that he's not trying to run the engine, just tow it, like he said, or wreck it. So I've had 4 wrecks in 2 years. They always hit, like, right here at the wheel, so keep that in mind as I'm talking about tonight. So this is at the Cheesecake Factory, and the guy tells me that I backed into him. He has this kid, his son, I believe, comes running out of this tree. I saw everything, you did it. And I'm like, what? So I was like right here, and I had barely pulled out. I was about that much. He says he's waiting for a space up here, over here. There's, the mall parking is all back in here. So I'll pull out. He's sitting right here. I'm going to hit him right there. That's how that's going to work. I'm going to hit him right there on that side. Right on the driver's side, right here. But that's not where the damage was on his car. It was over here. And at first I thought I didn't have any damage. There's nothing on the back. There's a little scuff right here, right by the tire where they usually hit me. So what it looks like is more likely that matches the evidence is there's an aisle right here to go park here up by the mall. So it looks like actually what happened is he's coming out this way and we hit like that. As I'm backing out, he's backing out of the aisle, and he hits me like that. Maybe on purpose, maybe not, but we believe this is Charles's guy. He hits me like that.
Alright, so this is the video of the accident recreation. He is Charles's guy, we know that, because Dave and Charles told him to tell me he thought that I was afraid of calling the police. And he did. So there's that recording, and there's more, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. But we do know he hit me on purpose. It wasn't an accident. He did come down that aisle and was not parked waiting for a parking space as he claimed. The evidence doesn't say that. That's not what the damage says. You can't back into somebody and hit the bumper with the side of your car, backing into him. So he's full of shit. But anyways, subsequently, there's been several conversations between this guy and Mr. Perry and Mr. Robertson that was recorded. So, that's all I'm going to say. What my response was is I've notified TPD. I didn't file a police report. I tweeted to TPD. And I didn't tell this guy that. What we're trying to do is link him to Charles and Dave with other things besides just the recordings that we have of them talking. And telling him, coaching him on what to text me. And I've not mentioned to Mr. Romero anything at all about Charles and Dave. Nothing. It's just as far as he knows, I'm calling him an insurance scammer, and I'm kind of leaving it at that. So we'll kind of see how that's my angle that I'm working this guy. And I said that I requested that he text. Remember, he accused me of a hit and run. But called me. So you don't call somebody that is a hit and run. I had a hit and run, and I didn't get the guy's phone number. He didn't leave his number. So a hit and run is when somebody hits you and leaves. I didn't do that. I got out of my car. I talked to the guy, gave him my information, told him, okay, so backing up. Remember, there's been 5 of these accidents. 4 of them involved a hit right at the wheel. And only 2 did I report it to the police. 1 was OHP. I needed my tire changed. 2 was, I forgot the one about the July 4th one, July 3rd. And the reason I did that is because I believed it was not just pertaining to stalking, but also the witness tampering involving my testimony for Officer Neely. So They didn't want me to go to Manford. I felt like that was a lot more serious. And for that reason, I went ahead and reported that one. But that's 2 out of 5. So 3 of them, I don't call the cops. I don't call them. This guy was very adamant about calling the police. It was weird. I'm like, get some decaf. Dude, you're like jumping out of your skin here, wanting my insurance information, wanting to call the cops, and I don't even believe your story. Because I'm looking at where the little scuff is on the back of your car here, on your bumper, and that doesn't make sense to what you just told me happened. What you're telling me happened. And I'm here too. I'm the other party, so I know what happened. I didn't hit you. You hit me. He comes out in that aisle, and he hit me on the side. I can't back into someone's bumper with the side of my car. That's not possible. And, you know, Charles and Dave always come up with these storylines that are not only not plausible, they're not possible. You got to have superpowers. And I don't. Mr. Neely doesn't. And we're a little sick of that. So, again, go talk to Angelo Giordano and ask him how that went over. You know, when you start trying to bullshit me and then call everybody and see if I'm a cop. I mean, talk about contradictory actions. So, anyways, that's pretty much what happened with the accident. And this man is working for Charles and Dave. I'm not telling him I know that. I'm not mentioning it to him. I told him I notified Tulsa police, didn't tell him how. And asked for a copy. I asked him to text me a picture of his car and the damage. And I said, I'll never hear from him again. Well, sure shit. As of now, I've not gotten that picture, so he's got something to hide, or he'd send me the picture. He's telling me, oh, I just wanted you to do the right thing. Whoa. I said, how about we get all the evidence, we figure out what happened, and then we'll talk about who needs to do the right thing. We'll talk about what the right thing is. But right now, you're getting in my face with some bullshit, and I'm not stupid, and I've been involved in investigations before, and I'm pretty good at it. So with your little, I got a little scuff on my bumper, and there's nothing on my bumper, and you're claiming I'm the one that hit you. No, I don't. I got to see. Listen, I don't listen to people. Witnesses are notoriously unreliable, and in this case, that you could tell that was a whole staged thing. They practiced that one. They practiced it. They were a little too anxious for me to call the cops and get my insurance to them. So I'm just like, you're just on its face. You're an insurance scammer. You wouldn't be doing that. And you've done this before. This is not your first rodeo. You've got this down pretty fucking well. You practiced this one. And your son over here jumping out like that, I don't care. I don't care what he says. Here's what I look at. Evidence. Mike Neely beat Chief Miller to death. Except that the evidence says a different story. A whole different story. And the same here. So, listen, Charles and Dave, I'm going to tell you for the last fucking time. Remember who it is you're talking to. You act like you don't understand what people say to you. And we got a shrink that is very concerned. You need to be seen by a doctor. Because for you to get told on and caught every fucking day for 7 years and still pull some stunt like this and call everywhere asking is she a cop? Who trained her to do sting ups like she does? Because I did out sting up your people for 6 years. You got nothing out of me as to who's helping me. I got all kinds of evidence against you. More than you've ever had in your life. All of you, both of you. All of you. More than you've ever had in your lives. So, do you see why we're a little perplexed as to what the hell's wrong with you? What in the hell is wrong with you? And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm done. I don't have fingerprints and I don't have puppets and crayons, and I'm not a special education teacher. And you've wasted enough of my time. You all have attorneys. What the fuck are they doing? I mean, what the hell are they doing? So I don't. So I'm gonna say this: if he was that anxious to call police, he's got one of them on his payroll, and that guy was the one that was gonna show up. And this was not this guy's first rodeo. This was practiced. And this has been practiced a lot. And he had his spiel down very well. So, whatever cop was supposed to show up that night, we know for sure is on the payroll. Yep. All right. So there's that. And I wanted to put this out just as the accident scene recreation. Okay, I'm gonna go through this with you guys one more time. I outsting upped your asses for 6 years. You got not one bit of information from me, not one slip up as to who is helping me, who got me the Fabian puzzle, who gave me the Mike was drugged email, shoe print, ringtone, all of that. And tonight, he wants to put her back in jail. They got a plea agreement ready for her to go and an apology she's got to sign. Not my words, Charles Perry's words. I got to sign that. Listen, this is criminal activity, and I refuse to be a part of it. So I'm not signing shit. Do you understand, Mr. Perry? Don't even ask me. Listen, I get that there's a whole violence thing, we can't be violent and all that shit. And everybody really was upset with Will Smith and because he slapped the fuck out of Chris Rock. What is it you're doing to me? It's called domestic violence. What kind of men are too pussy weak to pick on men and instead pick on women? And so you're the kind that when Dr. Weck says they beat those guys up in jail, they were repulsive even to prisoners, the Epstein types, the sex weirdos. I can't tell you that I'm sad for you. Why would I? I'm not sad for you if that's what happens to you. I don't care. No one does. No one cares. And I promise you, Perry will be the first one doing a drama queen dance. Oh, I got beat up in jail. No one will care. No one will fucking care. So, this is... I don't know how many different ways to explain it to you. If I can outsting up you for 6 years and you got nothing out of me and I got more evidence out of y'all than you've ever gotten in your lives, and you don't know how I keep finding out and all that crap, and you pull some bullshit like this and you think I'm not going to figure it out, you really do need to be put in a nursing home. There's no question. You really have something very wrong with your mind's ability to process information. You're not processing it. You're not able to do it. You're not able to keep up. Because you should know better than to do something like that and think I wouldn't figure it out and boom, like that. I went home. As soon as I left, I went to the meeting I had to go to. I did a couple of other errands. And one of those errands was I stop at Walmart and I buy 2 cars and I do the recreation. This was that night. I did it that night. I'm looking at evidence. I don't care what people say. If you got a witness, that witness's statement sure as shit better match what the evidence says. Because all I look at is evidence. People lie. Evidence doesn't. It doesn't lie. I'm raised, Mr. Robertson, by 4 generations of police. Mr. Robertson, let me say this to you again because you're really slow. I was raised in the fucking police department all my life. Every day of my life as a child, I was around conversations of here's how we solve the damn crime. Here's what we look at. This is in the 70s because in the 70s, they didn't have DNA technology and fingerprinting technology and vein recognition technology and they didn't have all that crap. And we can do a spectrometer something over the ground and tell where somebody's buried. They didn't have that then. So it was gumshoe. You got to fucking think. You can't rely on some piece of technology. You got to actually use your brain and put things together like the hard way. That's how I'm raised, David. So this is we don't even know what to say. We don't even know what to say. Every day you guys get up and you do something to me, and most times we catch you beforehand. And I'm telling people beforehand, not after. Like, he wants her to sign a letter of an apology he wrote. It's not her words, it's his words. It's jail or you do that. That's part of your plea agreement. And you're caught. Before, I'm not in jail. I'm not in jail. We caught it beforehand. McNamara email, beforehand. shoe print email beforehand. Mike was drugged email. It wasn't out yet. And you guys get up every day and you get that shovel and you dig your hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you try that and you think I'm going to go, oh, okay, yeah, I can see I hit you. Well, yeah, let's call the cops. Oh, okay. Really? Wow. I'd never call the cops. I did twice. I needed help changing a tire. And I was worried about the severity of the situation in that you did what you did. When I'm supposed to be a witness in a murder trial of a cop you killed. So, the situation was a little different. Otherwise, 5 accidents happen. 3 of them I don't report. There's no police reports. I didn't file shit. The first report I filed with Tulsa Police that I had to by law file, they gave it to you. You think I'm going to trust Tulsa Police ever again? No. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. They're not trusted by a lot of people they're going to wish they had been trusted by. That's all I'm going to say. I don't owe them anything. I don't owe you anything. But I'm going to tell you this for the last time. Get yourselves checked, because you clearly have not any ability to understand any fucking thing somebody says to you, or what is really happening and how bad your situation really is. You don't have any idea, do you? Or that would not have been tried. And that guy was well versed. It was not his first rodeo. He has done that before. And he had his speech down to a T. And he fully expected me to go along with it, and was completely shocked when I didn't. And we've heard recordings of you coaching him what to text me, and he did exactly what you said. So as far as he knows, I've not mentioned you. As far as he knows, I just think he's an insurance scammer. And I said, I suspect you are committing fraud, and I need a picture of your car so I can rule that out. And I got nothing. So what's he hiding? Because you can't back into somebody with the side of your car. You can't back into a bumper with the side of your car, but a bumper can back into the side of your car. Wow, you guys don't think anything through. Stupid criminals. You're the kind that walk into the bank and ask for the money on the back of your deposit slip with your home address on it and leave it there when you take the money and go. You're that stupid. I'm not a special ed teacher. I don't have finger paints, puppets, and crayons for you. You all have attorneys and money to pay attorneys. And you're still doing shit like that. And you're asking every day who told. And every day I say the same thing. I don't have that information. Wouldn't give it to you if I did. We all want y'all gone. I'm not going to help you. And you got Alzheimer's because we keep saying the same things. We're having to repeat the same things over and over and over. You've been caught on X, Y, Z. We're going to try it anyway. Well, but you're caught on it. We know you're going to try that. Well, we're going to try it anyway. I guess the governor told somebody, I wish. I have to explain this crap away, and I can't. It would have helped had they not kept doing what she said. She kept saying it before. They'll do it anyway. Now, I don't know how to explain that. No one does, actually. No one knows how to explain what kind of stupid would do that. So, here's the accident recreation. Call your guy, Mr. Romero, whatever, and tell him to text the fucking picture to me. Tell him, text her the fucking picture. She heard us asking you to text her about why I noticed you were very unnerved when I said, let's call the cops. You're the one that was lying, and any good cop would have spotted that in about 3 seconds. And if they're going to take your side, they're on the payroll. So even if I had stayed there and waited for that, what do I have to lose? I'm going to catch both of it. I'm going to catch you both. I'm going to catch you both. So, as it turns out, I had somewhere to be. And I got these cars within a couple of hours and went home and did this. So, there you go. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt of maybe he, accidentally, no, he did it on purpose. You fucking did that on purpose. You hired that guy. Awfully anxious to call the cops and awfully anxious to get my insurance information. And that is what insurance scammers do. And they typically have a cop on the payroll. They typically, because they'll trust me if I call the cops. They typically have a chiropractor on the payroll. I mean, yeah. You guys need to watch Burn Notice more. You're really dumb. I don't even have words.